All right, let's get back to our forecast. 44 degrees, but don't be fooled. We're not going to start to get chillier.
Yeah, we're going to see warmer temperatures this week, which is kind of the opposite of what you expect this time of year. It really kind of starts later today with temperatures kind of similar to what we had today, around 60 degrees, but it's really mid to late week that we could see near record temperatures up in the 70s. Late week stays warm but dry. We're going to see some changes this weekend, especially by the start of the weekend. So overnight, those lows drop down to maybe about 40 degrees, low 40s in other spots. Really depends on the cloud cover. That cloud cover heading over us tonight kind of traps some of the warmth and keeps us closer to 40. Tomorrow, a little cooler north, 50s, but we should see some 60s pop up to the south. And again, the clouds are the key. Southwest winds typically bring in warm air, but the clouds blocking out the sun, that's what keeps temperatures down a little bit tomorrow. By Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the southwest winds and sunshine will warm us up. But as we go into the weekend, we're going to see a pretty good front move across the country. It doesn't get here until Saturday, and that could have an impact on Saturday's playoff game. Right now, ridge of high pressure over the southeast, but you see that dip developing early next week and possibly by the middle of next Wednesday. That's a sign of maybe some cooler temperatures. So this week, it's all about warm temperatures going into the weekend. But by next week, we might see temperatures a little bit more typical for January, down into the 40s and 50s. But we can already take a sneak peek at this weekend's playoff game. Remember, it's Saturday at Bank of America Stadium, 4:30 p.m. Right now, I do expect rain at least early in the game. But here it's only Monday, so we've got time to track this front because this front will be key to where that rain is going to be with us. But it's definitely mild for this time of year. Game time temps probably close to 60, falling into the 50s and maybe upper 40s later in the game. Tailgating could be close to 70. Now, where's that system coming from on Saturday? Here it is approaching Friday night into Saturday. Now, depending on where it is, it could be right over us by Saturday evening. It could move through a little sooner, but I would expect this to be mainly a daytime event. So as the game approaches, there will likely be rain around, but could be improving as the game goes on, as drier air will be moving in for Sunday into Monday. So when we look at the rain chances this week, you'll notice most of the rain chances are going to be confined to Saturday. Not much going on this week as drought conditions are likely to continue. 7-day rainfall totals don't look like a whole lot. In fact, overall, we're looking at maybe a quarter inch or less. So even though there's rain in the forecast for Saturday, it doesn't look like it's going to be heavy. It could be similar to what we saw this past Saturday, with just drizzle and mist and then in and out of here fairly quickly. Tomorrow, though, we start the work week with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, so probably the coolest day we'll see all week, because when you look at your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast, after the cool start tomorrow, we're in the upper 60s for Tuesday, and look at this string of 70s for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, into Saturday for that Panthers game. Right now, temperatures may be only around 70 in the afternoon, but remember, the game's at 4:30. We should be closer to 60 by the time kickoff happens.